Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today will be a somewhat eventful day. My brother is on his way here with the other Jeep. Behind me we have two Jeeps. This one with the flat tire and then the other one inside the garage. Yesterday I replaced all tires on the Jeep and then I replaced the taillight. Today the plan is to remove the rear bumper on this one and put it on that one, and also with the rear lid hatch. But first, because little guy just fell, because I haven't driven this Jeep that's behind me inside the garage. It runs great, but I don't know if it has any transmission issues. Before we do any major work, I'm actually gonna move the BMW right now, and I'm gonna drive the Jeep just quickly around the neighborhood to see how well it runs and if it's worth continuing. I guess we're all moving the car. Got the jump box on because it will not start on its own. This windshield is super dirty. Okay, turn. Good job. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. Went just a little bit further away from the house, and I want to see if it's gonna overheat, because it looks like the coolant cap, as soon as the engine runs and you open it a little bit, there was coolant coming out by the radiator. I'll try to show you guys. So I took the coolant cap off of the other Jeep, the parts Jeep, and put it on. Thanks, Dad. And it seems like it's running good. It's just about to hit 210, so I think I'm gonna hang out right here, wait for it to reach normal operating temperature, and then drive it a little bit further, make sure it doesn't go any higher. And those are the two that I'm keeping an eye out on: the oil temperature and then the engine temperature. So there's the temperature on the oil. The battery in this thing is pretty bad, but it shows alternators about, well, it's charging the battery because it's showing at 14 volts. But so far, it's running pretty good. I really like these Jeeps because they are so comfortable. The very first one that I bought, honestly, it blew me away how soft and just, I mean, unbelievably comfortable cars. It's running great so far, very smooth. Transmission doesn't jerk. So we're actually gonna head back to the house and then start working on it, see what we can get done today. My brother's here, but he gotta move. He literally just got here. I saw the taillights. There we go. He sees. I got it back in the garage. Still shows 14 volts, but I'm gonna kill it, and very good odds that, yeah, it's, well, after driving it, but yeah, it's not gonna start on its own. So this thing will need a new battery, which it will get. And this is my brother's Jeep. He needs the fender, and then he's gonna take, I think, this side mirror off that Jeep, and I think he wanted the center console. Progress is being made. Was a little busy on the phone, a relative called, but my brother and father managed to start taking things apart. The cover came off from the back, and I think we're gonna take off these bolts and leave these on the car itself. I think it'll be easier to kind of regulate and align the new lid, and then these will need to come out. Seems like it should be fairly easy, but that's our progress thus far. There we go. We took off the supports for the lift gate from the bottom, and let's see what size this is. T40 is what we used, but this is what it looks like without the lid on. So this is the cracked bumper that we're gonna replace. and it's gonna get repainted. The trunk lid is gonna get repainted, and then the bumper is gonna get repainted. It has these pins in here that I'm slowly working on. Took a few of them out. Rear bumper is off. It's held by push pins right here. There's 3 of them, and then these 10mm bolts are basically hugging it to the frame of the body or frame of the Jeep. But it's rusted. I legit snapped this one at the bottom. On the other side I snapped the top one. So I'm gonna see if I could get some good bolts from the parts Jeep. But bumper's off. This is what this bumper looks like. There's 4 clips along the bottom right here. Then there's a T20 screw here and a T20 screw here. And then like on the other one, there's these 3 push pins. And then on the inside, once you kind of move this mud guard, 10mm bolts. Lastly, there are 4 clips here, pins. They look like this, and they are pretty much an absolute pain to get out. I use this tool right here, kind of with a screwdriver, pried them apart a little bit, and then grabbed it from the top and pulled it down. Banged my elbow against the concrete right here, which was no fun. And then you see all the dirt from both sides that got built up over the years behind the mud flaps. But this bumper in theory should come off, and looks like it will. I just need another hand. Or is there another clip? Nope, no other clip. There you go. I'm gonna get some help so that I don't damage it, because I need this bumper. And voila! This is pretty much everything that goes into taking off the rear bumper. There it is. There's that one. I'm not gonna put this one on because it's gonna get repainted. So I'm just gonna actually fold down the rear seats and throw it in the back. But we are gonna replace this rear hatch and put it back on this Jeep, even though this is gonna get repainted also. This is how this rear trim piece up here looks like on the inside. So I'm gently with a screwdriver going in between, and in these areas I'm gently prying it apart. And this is kind of what it looks like. Let me grab a flashlight. Let you guys see him. So I'm gonna go all the way around. You could see him right there. So I went around with the screwdriver and undid the clips. There's a Phillips head screw right here. There's one in here and one in here, and then it should fall down. I don't know if I need to take off these Phillips heads because my brother took that one off. It looks like they are out, so I may need to do that one also. So take off the rear window heater clips, and they literally just pull off from here, and then kind of goes in like this. Just gently wiggle it out like that, and this comes off. Here they are, all done. Well, need to disconnect. Actually, no, that's it. No, I lied. Need to disconnect this guy, that one right there, and then I'm gonna take off the 10mm bolts and take off this rear hatch. The first one to take out is a little rubber housing that goes in. Literally just pull it down and then pull it until you get to this connector part. And this is what your windshield wiper fluid goes through to the rear window. And just disconnect it. It takes a little bit of force, but I mean, that's how you have to take it off. It's doable. This part isn't a lot of fun. So first you have to push down 4 of these clips, top and bottom on the right side, top and bottom on the left side. And then this block comes out, and this white harness wire is connected back here. See, this one is broken, the other one isn't, and I don't know if it's like this from the factory or someone was in here already. I doubt that someone was in here. I feel like it was broken from the factory, and then it just disconnects from the back end and essentially goes in like this. The bottom piece, same thing, and you essentially just have to put this through like that and then pull this guy out. There you go. And now you can safely remove the tail hatch. Got the new lid on this one. Took it off that one. Screwed in the supports and pretty much did the bolts. I tightened this side and this one right here, the inner ones. I kind of left them as is. Connected the water. Now I'm gonna connect this and we're gonna try to close it and try to regulate it the best way we can. Oh boy, if I could grab this. Well, it's gonna go here once we put the cover on. This is the first try. I didn't really try to close it, but you could see that it's off right here. So we'll have to regulate it a little bit and drop it a little bit lower. I'm not gonna force shut it. This is the fun part. I am very happy. I think we got this down nearly perfectly. We didn't have to tinker with it a lot. Look at that. Nice modded Jeep with a black trunk. So the only thing is these levers, if you guys will see that. So this part right here, once it gets right here, either because of the rust or something, once it goes up after this point, it makes the sound you guys just heard. So maybe we'll take one off from here, or maybe I'll just buy new ones altogether, right?
Just take it off.
They're fairly cheap.
The other one didn't make that noise.
They're like 12 bucks. Replaced the strut. Look at this. No sound, no noises. Guys, this car is pretty much done. I'm gonna put this trim on. Little guy woke up. I'm gonna put the trim on, throw the bumper in the back, and this car is good to go for paint and then possibly a few minor things, and it's gonna be up for sale after it gets a new battery. So this is the progress with my brother's Jeep. It needs a new fender, so we'll still have to pull the fender off of this one. But we're making a lot of progress. All right, guys, I think we're done. Got a lot of stuff done today. I am exhausted. I really want to take a break. My brother's leaving right now. You can see him behind me. We didn't really get much done with his car. He's just going home without a fender. Or, yeah, fender.
And a hole in the exhaust.
And a hole in the exhaust. Okay, listen to this. Thanks for that souvenir, bro. There's his old fender. This Jeep is slowly losing stuff. The one thing I was gonna show you guys, this is the cap I'm talking about right here. Basically swapped it from this one onto my Jeep. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for watching today's video. As always, stick around for more. See you guys in the next one.